So they refused. Yes. I got a call from the local government section. The Child Consultation Center has no intention of listening to us. They are still trying to do what they can, but we don't have much time. I even told them we have no time to spare. The mayor came to the school before noon to explain to us what went down with the officials. We had all gathered in the teacher's office to meet with him. Wow, I don't know the head of the center personally, but he's a pretty tough guy to go against the will of Hinamizawa. He used to work for the prefecture, so he's not familiar with the town council here. He's not treating this like it's a big deal. He's kind of stupid. This isn't any ordinary village he's up against. This is Hinamizawa. What a sad guy. We'll just have to fight them. I spoke with the other council members and we all agreed that we can't stay quiet anymore. After all, we can't just nod our heads in defeat and back down after I put our name out there. We'll be heading to the consultation center after this ourselves. Yes, after the Sonozakis and the council have backed us. If we just give up now, it'll make the entire town look bad. Okay. I'll get right on arranging for the town council to send some people too. I'm about to go consult Oryu-san on how to handle this. This isn't like with the dam conflict though. It's an ordinary Saturday. Isn't it going to be difficult to get people to go? Don't worry, Kei-chan. This isn't a city. People are out there farming every day of the week. Whether it's Saturday or a Tuesday doesn't really matter to them. It won't be that difficult to find people who are willing to help out. I see. I tend to think of adults as people who work at big companies, but this is Hinamizawa. I almost forgot about that. The regular government offices usually close at noon on Saturdays, but the Child Consultation Center is open until 3 p.m. Can we all be there at 1? I can't promise you how many people I'll be able to bring along, though. It doesn't matter how many people we get, as long as we get people. Thank you for your help. I'm so glad that more adults are involved now. Yeah, this is going to make a huge difference. The number of people we get will depend on what Oryu says. That's true. We'll see how serious she is about helping us based on how many people show up. If the hag's in a good mood, as my mother says, then we might get about 30 people from both the staff and the youth group. I think that's a fair guess. 30 adults plus 10 children. It sounds better than yesterday. I'm coming too. I'll bring my megaphone. Yes! Your legendary megaphone. I thought it was broken. That's the one I used to have. The riot squad broke it. Ah, the memories. I can feel the spirit of Onikafushi making my blood boil. It seems like we're going to be holding a festival on the day before with Tanagashi too. To the consultation center. I wonder if they're still going to tell us that there's no evidence of abuse just because she hasn't admitted to it yet. That's pretty likely. How are things on your end, Rika-chan? Were you able to persuade Satoko to seek help? I did my best. It's all up to her now. I wish Satoko would stop being so stubborn. Sis, there are both times one should and shouldn't be stubborn. I can understand how Satoko must feel. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it that way. She might not want any help from us, but we wouldn't be her real friends if we couldn't see how scared she is. I agree. It'd be easy if Satoko asked us for help, but it'll be too late if we wait for that to happen. If there's a child in the middle of a busy street, you pull her to the sidewalk before talking to her. Sometimes actions have to come before words. Right. That's a good example. We have to pull her back to the sidewalk first. I've heard what's going on. Now, let's all get back to the classroom and start homeroom. Go home and eat your lunches before you go to the Child Consultation Center. Okay? It's not good to skip meals. At that point, everyone was thinking there wouldn't really be 30 adults there to support us. However, we were wrong. I had no idea how serious Hinamizawa could get. By the time I get there, with my 10 classmates, the quiet atmosphere around the library had completely disappeared. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are all these people from Hinamizawa? Not just Hinamizawa, I see some people from Okonomiya too. You're right. Some of them are even here in their work uniforms. What an incredible sight. Looks like Oryu got really serious. Apparently, this really is like old times. How I've missed the way I felt during the damn conflict. Kay, what's going on today? Hey, Kameda-kun. Well, I just called on the whole village to come here. I thought you'd only be able to get kids. How'd you get all these adults here too? You're making me weak in the knees, man. Whoa, there are so many working adults around. Little girls are mankind's greatest treasure. Of course, this many of our comrades would gather here. Not only had many people shown up, but many different kinds of people too. I wonder how many people there are. I think there's well over 100 so far. More people are still on their way too. Mabura-san, I'm sorry for being late. What an amazing crowd you got together. So this is the power of Onagafushi. I had heard about this power before, but this is something else. This is reminding me more and more of the damn conflict. But to get this many people to show up, Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. You're the new face of Hinamizawa. Keiichi-kun! There sure are a lot of them, eh? Kimiyoshi-san, how many people did you talk to? I'm not quite sure. We just used the phone list and asked people to gather for a meeting of the Onagafushi Guardians. Everyone left work and came right here. Hey, you there. This movement is an initiative of the Town Council, so don't use a banner with the name of the Onagafushi Guardians on it, okay? I see Keiichi-kun's father. Hello. Hello, Rena-chan. Keiichi, I'm here to support you. Your mom wanted to come here too, but she had to stay home and wait for a phone call. She says to do your best and keep at it. I will, thank you. I've heard the stories about the damn conflict, but this is impressive. You're representing all of these people, right? Yeah, I was only representing 5 of us in the beginning, but it's grown so big now that I don't care if there are 100 or 1,000 people here. No matter what, I'll do everything I can to save my friend. Keiichi. This is it. Yep, our force of arms is more than enough. Those losers are peeping at us through the curtains right now. They must be quaking in their boots. So, sir, do you see all those people? What shall we do? There's nothing to do, other than our jobs, of course. If they want to protest, let them. I need to leave for a business trip now, so you can handle them. But there's a banner that says we want to talk with the head of the office. See? That banner was the same one the Onagafushi Guardians had used in the past. They brought along as many banners as they could reuse. This one said the head of the office, but originally it meant the head of the construction office. Of course, the head of the Child Consultation Center didn't know about that. You spoke with the 3 of those representatives the other day. According to the people of the City Hall, these Hinamizawians have a good memory. If they see you walking outside of the parking lot, they'll recognize your face. Sir, there are some people protesting by the back door, too. What do you mean? Are they going to kidnap me or something? During the damn conflict, it wasn't uncommon for people to get injured. If you can postpone your business trip, I'd recommend you do so. I guess that'd be for the best. It's not an emergency, so I'll just stay here for today. In the next moment, the crackling noise of a speaker echoed outside. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? This is the Hinamizawa Town Council. We're sorry for causing trouble in our neighborhood. Testing, testing. They were adjusting the output in the speakers. A few trucks carrying those speakers were parked outside. The head of the consultation center finally realized, in that moment, what it really meant to fight against the village of Hinamizawa. Remember chapter 4? They kept blaring that shit. But that was years ago. There are so many people out there. They might barge in at any minute. If they come inside, they'll disturb our work. Don't let them in. It was half an hour past the appointed assembly time. The mayor told me that there were still a few more people on their way. Even more people are going to show up. Rena counted up all the people that are here and found that there are more than 150 of them. I really doubt we can get this many people to come back by Monday afternoon. Hopefully we can finish this today. Alright, Keiichi-kun, let's begin. The mayor gave me the green light. He wanted us to chant our slogan and chorus before going inside. It really was like a real protest. Michan, do you think that all of us can fit inside that tiny office? Do you think so? Of course we can't all fit. We'll split up into those who can go in and those spilling out. That's why we had everyone start chanting together before we go in. Sis! You can't break or kick anything today. Like I said, I'd ever do something like that. You got me in so much trouble and you pretended to be me doing all that. Hey, isn't that Oishi-san? I didn't expect to see him here. Of course, he's my mahjong friend. He came here to support me even though he's not from Hinamizawa. Mabura-san, hello there! Oishi-san, you're here right on time. We're getting ready to go inside right now. Oishi was accompanied by a few of his own men. He brought along 4 police officers in uniform. Mabura-san, I need to have a little chat with you. Oh, hello there, Mayor Kimiyoshi. Hello, Oishi-san. What brings you here? I need to have a talk with the two of you right now. May I? Oh, and can it be in private, please? Yeah, sure. What's up, man? What do you need from us? Well, you're on government property here. Obstructing it for any given reason is prohibited. I was really taken aback. I thought we were just getting started, but Oishi-san, and by that I mean the police, are telling me to break up the crowd. What do you mean? The government isn't going to listen to the voice of its citizens? Look, we're not doing anything wrong. We're here to ask them to help Satoko. Why is that such a bad thing? You're protesting here without permission, for one. Why do I need permission to protest? Also, there's a policy at this child consultation center, which allows the caretaker of the building to dismiss any client when he feels that they're disrupting their service. The caretaker of the building? Who is that? Well, that would be the head of the office here. What a cheap trick. He won't even let us speak our minds? Where are we supposed to protest then? If we have to get off the property, can we do it across the road? If you want to use public roads, you have to get permission from the Public Safety Department first. You have to contact them through the police. In other words, you have no choice but to disband for today. My, Mabura-san, it seems they really do hate you. This is ridiculous. I don't believe this. We have so many people here in support of Satoko, and you're saying we can't even talk to them? My friends soon all came running over. Oishi-san explained the situation to them, and they reacted exactly the same way I did. No way! That's horrible! No matter what we say to them, all they do is jot down the amount of people in the group. That's why we brought lots of people here today. But they do have the right to refuse us. There's nothing we can do about that. We have to either listen to the police or disregard what they say entirely. Nyahaha, the damn conflict's been over for a while. I don't want to play that game anymore. Damn it. What are we going to do then? Do we just have to leave and come back later? The same thing will happen when we do. They'll just call the police again. The head of the consultation center has no intention of letting us in there ever again. We must have really upset him. So what are we going to do now? We'll just have to be patient. If we can't protest on their property, we'll just have to do it from across the road. Seeing that every day will put a lot of pressure on them. That's going to take way too long. The government is like the Yakuza. It'll get more complicated if we keep making them mad. So even the Onagafushi Guardians can't do anything about this. How pathetic. Can't you do something about this, Uncle? Shion-chan, in a battle like this, you have to be patient. They're refusing us so blatantly, just like the construction office did in the dam conflict. So we'll just have to surround them and dig in for a prolonged fight. But that's not going to work. There are so many people here. I was supposed to end this today. Sato didn't come to school again today. Her uncle called and claimed that her cold had resurfaced. He promised that she'd be back on Monday, but hearing that wasn't any relief to us. Isn't the Watanagashi tomorrow on Sunday? Tomataki and Takano are going to die tomorrow night. Today is Saturday, so there are 2 more days until then. Nothing is guaranteed for Satoko. In the world, I imagine it was too late to save Satoko by the day before Watanagashi, which is today. The Satoko in real life hasn't gotten to that point yet. But nothing guarantees that she'll still be fine in just 2 days. I don't know if she'll still be sane by the next time we see her. So this is going to be a stalemate. Do we really have to wait until they make their final decision? No, Keiichi-kun. We have no time to waste for Satoko-chan. I just know that something bad is going to happen. We got help from this many people, yet we can't even go inside the building? Rika-chan said that with tears in her eyes. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I told Rika-chan that I could defeat anything if I put my mind to it. I don't want to give up here. Even a few days ago, we never imagined that we'd get this many supporters. We got approval from the town council and even from Mion's grandma. What else am I supposed to do? What can we do to make our wish come true? Is there something that we haven't done yet? Son of a bitch! Rika-chan, you don't have to look so sad. Meep? We're doing everything we can. You believe that, right? Yeah, I believe we did everything we can do. Then we just have to wait for the wind to come. We just have to wait. I'm sure that a strong wind is on its way. When is that? Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Satoko was sleeping like the dead. If he didn't send her to school, that annoying teacher might come to harass him again. He really wanted her to go to school today. However, no matter how much he forced her to wake up, she collapsed and went back to sleep. He touched her forehead and realized that she had a high fever. If he sent her to school like that, they might say something about it. He had no choice but to call the school and to tell them that she's sick again. Chia asked him many questions, but Teppei told her that she really was sick this time. 1 hour later, he realized he had said something he shouldn't have to the teacher. Ever since he took Satoko in, there had been nothing but trouble. The teacher came to visit him the day after he took her. He received calls every so often, too. They were all from the Child Consultation Center. Every single one of them told him to put Satoko on the phone. Teppei was still certain that Satoko wouldn't give him up, because of her fear that he'd destroy Satoshi's room if he did. If she did. However, he wasn't sure how long she'd keep her silence. In short, Teppei had no idea whether or not Satoko would continue to do as she was told. The only thing he knew for absolute certain was that he couldn't control her forever with fear alone. He could frighten her with just a look, but that fear wouldn't last for a very long time. He wanted to leave the house before Satoko got him into trouble, but in order to do that, he needed to find the bank book as soon as possible. Satoko was sleeping like an abandoned kitten inside of a wrinkled blanket. She was sweating heavily and breathing deeply. Both were signs of a very high fever. Teppei wasn't concerned in the least, of course. Instead, he felt that this was his chance. In that state, she wouldn't notice if he went into Satoshi's room. He had promised her that he wouldn't mess around in there as long as she stayed obedient to him. In reality, he went inside Satoshi's room while Satoko was at school, but he was very careful about putting everything back into place. However, by this point, he'd had enough. He was anxious to leave as soon as he could. Even Teppei could tell that Satoko's fever wasn't from a cold, but from emotional distress. If she got even sicker, it could cause even more trouble for him. He slowly creeped up the stairs, heading for Satoshi's room. He tried to open the door slowly, but it was stuck on something. He assumed he just hit the furniture with the door, but in the next moment crash, he heard the loud noise of falling metal. Something had been stuck behind the door, and it had knocked over something on the bookshelf. Teppei clicked his tongue. He had been planning to sneak into Satoshi's room while Satoko was asleep, and shortly after that, he heard Satoko running up the stairs. She wasn't running because she heard a noise. She was running because she heard a noise from Satoshi's room, and that meant that Teppei was trying to get inside of it. Stop! Stop! Don't go inside Nini's room. Ah, fuck. I was just gonna look around for a minute. No damn luck. All I need is some cash. I know there's a bank book inside his room. I know that you hid it in there. Be a good girl and tell me where it is. I don't know anything about a bank book. It's not inside Nini's room. Don't mess around in there. Leave it alone until he comes home. Nini, Nini. Shut the fuck up! Satoko let out a dull cry as she went rolling across the floor. Wow. Nini, Nini. Satoko's screams echoed around the room. Hitting her would leave a mark, and then the child consultation center would harass him, and maybe more than that. As a man of violence, it was already stressful enough to be warned not to hit her. But once he hit her on impulse like he just did, his restraint was all gone. Satoko was crying and holding her left cheek. She might have suffered a cut on the inside of it when he punched her. She had a bloody drool trickling out of the corner of her mouth. Wow. Fucking hell. That did it. The center's going to be back here next week. I'm going to be real shit if it's still swollen by then. Ah, god damn it. This is more trouble than it's worth. Quit with the Nini already. Are you supposed to be a broken record or something? Can it, you little bitch? Teppei kicked her, and she curled up on the floor. I mean, she'll be okay with those broken ribs, right? If she stays in the fetal position for a few days, I'm sure her ribs will heal. Ever since Rina had abandoned him, nothing good had happened at all. All he got was a whiny little girl. All she can do is cook and clean. Other than that, she just acts scared all the time. So once Satoko started crying like an infant, Teppei also lost his mind. I said shut up, didn't you hear me? Who are you whining to? Just have to get the belt and beat some fucking Jesus into you, you little bitch. Damn it. Oishi-san, will you please leave us alone for today? Satoko is in danger as we speak. She's fine. Heck, you know what? If Teppei's angry, if there's a lot of yelling and arguing, if, he's kind of drunk or some shit, she can just, go inside a toy chest. She just hides inside a toy chest for a few hours. You know, I'm sure he won't find her and she won't get hurt at that point. I mean, it worked out in the Binding of Isaac. Yeah, she'll be fine. I mean, what's a few broken ribs or teeth? Or, well, I mean, you guys read the title of this video. And the title of, like, the past 9 videos. You get the point.